Question 51. What is the median age? To get the median age, you need to rearrange the age data in either ascending or descending order. But we have the ascending order of arrangement. Then you get the middle age. That is 8. The middle age is 8, and that is the median age. When you have odd total, you have one middle number. If you have even total, you have two middle numbers, and the median becomes their average. But for this problem, the median age is 8. The correct option is C. The mean of the following set of data 5, 7, 9s, and 6. The mean is 6. Use this information to answer questions 52 and 53. The first question, 52, determine the value of s. This is the mean formula, so the mean is 6. You add all the data together over number of times they occur, that is 5. You multiply through by 5 to clear fraction, and you add a constant in the numerator. You have this result, and you have 30 minus 27 equal to s, and s is equal to 3. The correct option is B. Question 53. Find the variance. For ungrouped data, you can obtain the variance using this formula. Summation means addition, so you subtract the mean 6 from each data, then you square plus the next one. So the first one is 5 minus 6, you square it, plus the second one is 7 minus 6, you square it, and so on over 5. You have 5 data points that made up that set. So if you subtract and square, you have this result over 5, and that is 20 over 5. You have 4. The variance is 4. The correct option is B. 2 fair dice are thrown together. Use the information to answer questions 54 and 55. Question 54. Calculate the probability that the sum obtained is less than 8. So you draw the sample space. The 2 dice, each die has 6 sides, 1 to 6, 1 to 6. The first one is sum, so you add. You take this one, you add it to all the sides, you get this result. You take 2, you add it to all the sides, you get this result, and so on. Now the sample space, number of elements in the sample space, they are 36. Now we get where the sum is less than 8. So you have from here, from 7 to this point, the sum is less than 8. And if you count them, they are 21 in number over sample space 36. That simplifies to 7 over 12. The correct option is E. Question 55. Find the probability that the sum obtained is a multiple of 6. That is, numbers that 6 can divide without a remainder in the sample space. You have this set of numbers and 12 as multiples of 6. They are 6 in number. So probability sum is a multiple of 6 is equal to 6 of the numbers over sample space, and this simplifies to 1 over 6. The correct option is A. Question 56. Find the mode of the distribution below correct to 1 decimal place. The distribution is grouped data, so you have the interval, then you have frequency. For us to get the mode, because we have grouped data, you need to get the class boundaries. To get the class boundaries, you need to get the boundary value, and boundary value is difference in adjacent size divided by 2. You can take 25 minus 24 or 30 minus 29. Difference is 1. Divide by 2, you have 0.5. To get the lower class boundary, you subtract the boundary value from the lower class limit. So 20 minus 0.5, you have 90.5, and so on. To get the upper class boundary, you add the boundary value to the upper class limit. Let's take 29 plus 0.5, you have 29.5, and so on. Now, the modal class is that class with the highest frequency, that is 7. For group data, mode is computed using LB plus delta 1 over delta 1 plus delta 2 times C, class size. Now LB is the lower class boundary of the modal class, that is 24.5, lower class boundary. Now delta 1 is the difference between the modal frequency and the one before it, that is 7 minus 3 equal to 4. Delta 2 is the difference between the modal frequency and the one after it, that is 7 minus 2, you have 5. Then C is the class size 5. So mode is equal to 24.5 for the lower class boundary plus delta 1, 4 over 4 plus 5, that is delta 1 plus delta 2 times 5 class size. That simplifies to this. You have this result and this result. After addition, you have 26.7 to 1 decimal place. The correct option is E. Question 57. Find the range of the following set of numbers. Range is the highest value minus the lowest value. That is 24 minus 2, you have 22. The correct option is E. Question 58. What is the derivative of f of s equal to c, where c is a constant? The derivative of any constant is 0. The correct option is B. Question 59. When a stone is dropped into water, the radius of a circular wave is increasing at the rate of 0.2 meter per second. Find the rate at which the area is increasing when the radius is 0.7 meters. Solution: area of circular wave is pi r square. From this area, we need to get the rate of change in area with respect to the radius r, that is dA dr. You know, pi is a constant. If you differentiate r square, you have 2r, so you have 2 pi r. From the question, this is the rate of change in radius with respect to time, 0.2 meters per second. Now you are asked to find the rate at which the area is increasing, that is dA dt, with respect to time, that is dA dt. The three parameters are connected by chain rule in this form. So dA dt is equal to dA dr 2 pi r times dr dt 0.2. So you have 2 times 22/7 times radius 0.2 times 0.2. If you multiply, you have this result. After division, you have 0.088 meter square per second. The correct option is D. Question 60. Evaluate integral 3 root s ds. Solution: this is a given problem. 3 is a constant. You can take it outside the integral sign, or you can as well leave it. Now, for us to integrate, the rule is that integral s power n ds is equal to s power n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus c. Now, the power is n, so we need to express root s as s power half so that the power becomes visible. So for you to integrate, you add 1 to half and divide by the sum of the powers in this form. If you add the powers in the numerator, you have 3s power 3 over 2. If you add 1 to half, you have 3 over 2. So if you divide the two terms in this form, you see that you can write this over 1 or leave it, but this division sign changes to multiplication and you invert this fraction, so you have it in this form. Now 3 cancels 3, you are left with 2s to the power of 3 over 2 plus s. That over 2 means square root, so you have 2 times square root of s cube plus c, the constant of integration. Whenever you are dealing with indefinite integrals, the constant of integration is always added.